Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here. I'm going to pull some cards. This is going to be a timeless reading, like some Palo Santo. I like sage for cleansing and Palo Santo for blessing. There's a difference, at least if you ask me. Anyway, so we are going to pull some cards, but I've been thinking a lot about something lately. And it's kind of a weird thing to be thinking about, but it feels worthy of sharing. And I've spent quite a bit of time ruminating on it earlier today for, I don't know why, it's been on my mind for like the past week, but I was thinking about when my brother Eric died, and he was 44, just had a heart attack at work. Really random. He was young, he was whatever. It was super, super unexpected. And that was over a year and a half ago. And like, how do I want to say this? It's because what I'm about to say could sound really shitty, but you can also turn it another way, okay? So here's a 44-year-old guy, has a job, has children, has, family of origin and his own family, wife and kids, and he just like up and dies, and he's left a hole in our lives. Don't worry, that's true. Like, I still miss him. I'm very grateful that I believe the way I do, and I know he's still around and that I'm going to see him again. But like, life moved in pretty quickly and just kind of took over. Like his space was filled. So the reason I've been thinking a lot about that is because I get myself really angsty in my head about stuff. And a lot of it is what other people think, And I don't know, him and I had a lot of conversations. Like, there's just in the world, I talk about these like hidden contracts, and it's these secret little, I do this for you, you do that for me. Like, they're unspoken negotiations. And when I was thinking about it today, I was like, dude, I could just like fucking die and people would be sad. Don't get me wrong. If my sister Michelle watches this, I know she's like, no. But and my other sister, she doesn't do the social media internet thing, but like, that space does get filled and life fucking goes on. So what am I doing worrying what other people think? Because like, I could die and they would still get up and go to work and do what they had to do, and when I say that, it's not in a depressing way. It's in it's like, why don't I use that fact to create freedom in my life now? And that's what's on my mind. It's like, I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. And when I'm free to be me, that frees you up to be you. It frees up everybody around me. And some people may not like being free. They're like, no, I like when I did this for you, and so you had to do that for me, right? It's scary to be untethered like that by obligations and duties. But then you're just like free to be together without tethers. Anyway. So that's what's on my heart and mind. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. This is a general reading. I usually try to tie it in with, I generally get some kind of a message that I want to bring into the reading. And that was it, I suppose. We're We are untethered, or we are meant to be untethered. So there is an untethering occurring. And some people don't like it. Oh my gosh. Page of Cups. In the center, I'm going to do a Celtic cross, so it'll be a little bit longer. Page of Cups, that's childlike energy. Cups are unconditional love. The page is imaginative, loving. Sometimes this can be like a gift but yeah, this is ideally. Now we learn this duties and obligations, tethering stuff when we're kids, like for good behavior. And that's a tough one because like you don't want your kids out there in general doing the most because that's embarrassing. I once put my kid in timeout in the airport. She screamed and screamed. It's like a funny story now, but anyway. But at the same time, it's like we want to know that we're unconditionally loved. Like I loved the shit out of her when I was putting her in timeout in the airport. It's but sometimes we get the message that if I don't do this thing, then I am not going to receive love. Wow, this reading is giving me chills. And that Page of Cups represents like just being loving, being like this loving child. The crossing card, we got the Empress, that's mother energy. So it's like the crossing card is generally something we need to achieve or overcome or move through to get to the card that like where we are right now. We just want to be loved. Like we just want mother's love, Mother Gaia. It's that loving. Like I know who I went to when I got in trouble. I went to my mom. It was just like that. And I love the shit out of my dad, but we want that unconditional motherly love. Also, I would say, I don't believe God is like some dude, but if the Heavenly Father, whatever, I don't know, whatever Kool-Aid you drink, we just want to feel loved in that maternal, paternal, loving way, unconditionally. So as though we are the child, right? And if we know that we have the love of the divine, then we can with difficulty remove ourselves from the other obligations that might be pulling at us. I think this is going on on a grander scale. In the subconscious, Nine of Wands, we've been getting the Nine of Wands a lot lately. This is the Warrior card. Don't quit before the miracle happens. This is in the subconscious. We're just hanging in there. We're just hanging in there. Keeping on, and keeping on and keeping on some more. So it's like we're at level 9 and there are like 100 levels on each level. In the recent past, the world, maybe we wrapped something up. Maybe we were, so the World card is things coming to a conclusion, things drawing to an end, wrapping things up, learning a huge lesson, coming full circle on something, but also it's the world. And maybe we've been like, can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Maybe we've been consumed by what's going on in the world. Nice. Thing is just falling right into place. What is known, we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving on, healing, getting out of drama, removing ourselves from drama, leaving choppy waters behind us, finding somewhere quiet, finding a quiet space. What are we moving into? Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is regaining a sense of security, feeling secure. She's, holding things kind of close. So this can be like holding things close to your chest. To me, that it's like being on our own. So we might be moving into a period of solitude, but with the pentacles, we're in earth energy, and the four represents like four corners of a foundation. So we might be considering, okay, how do I, without telling the world or being wrapped up in a bunch of drama, how do I build the four corners of my foundation so that what starts to grow is what I want to grow? All right, the lens we are looking at things through. We got the Page of Swords. So the card to represent us, we got the Page of Cups. Cups are unconditional love. It's our emotions. It's water. We're looking through the lens of the Page of Swords. Swords are, so it's another childlike approach, but swords are the mind, our words, our communication. So shifting our focus to look at things in a more innocent way, in a more carefree way. On the flip side, the Page of Swords can be pettiness, gossip, and which lens are we choosing to look through? Are we choosing to look through the learner, the one who is, reading and learning and all of that, or the busybody kid who's tattling or pointing out what other people are doing or stirring up gossip and stuff? It's up to us which approach we want to take. But the approach, there's an element of being childish. Is that in a good way or in a not so good way? Which one would be more productive? All right, what's in the environment? What are people around us doing? Wow. Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, that's more childlike energy. This is a card of nostalgia. Oh my goodness. Again, we have the cups, unconditional love, fond memories from the past, recognizing our own inner child in our behavior, parenting ourselves. This is like a soulmate, a sweet love, a sweet way of loving. And that came out with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is long-term prosperity and abundance. So what is in the environment that's available to us? Explore. What does long-term prosperity and abundance look like to you? Maybe instead of dwelling on things in the past, recall fond things from the past. How often do we do that? We don't want to live there, but maybe, revise it a little, be a little kinder to your past. Hopes and fears. High Priestess. That's going within meditation. It's going into the womb of creation, really getting spiritual downloads, getting spiritual information, mystical information, having divine understandings or coming like realizations. And we might be hopeful and afraid of. I think we're hopeful and afraid of sitting the fuck down in quiet. But we must. And the outcome card is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups, it is a reminder to be in gratitude, okay? One cup has spilled, but there are other cups behind her. If she's not careful, they might spill as well. but there is a time to turn around and remember to be grateful for what you do have. So maybe maybe we are mourning things. Maybe we are almost kind of like giving up on whatever is going on in the big world or in our big world or in our smaller world. But in this deck, there's like this bowl behind her with shiny things. So it's like, sure, she has lost some of the contents from the other bowls, but if she would turn around and look, she does still have something joyful behind her, and that won't focus. Hang in there, this Nine of Wands and the subconscious, just hang in there. With the Four of Pentacles, I always tell people, keep your manifestation secret, keep things to yourself. Don't give other people your ideas so they can shit on them. And it is saying that we need some downtime and solitude, and that doesn't mean not to carry on with life as usual, but take a few minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute to just deep breath. Let me do. I'm gonna do a medicine woman card. You know, it's funny, every single one of these cards only has one character on it, except for in the environment. We got Six of Cups, which represents one person, but the Ten of Pentacles, long-term prosperity and abundance, legacy. So we're going to reconvene with the people in our lives in a grander way, but there's an element of an internal journey going on at the moment. And so just making sure that you have enough time to figure out what it is that you want, that you are manifesting, to protect your peace, so well, in case you didn't hear it the first time I said it, gratitude. Number 28. Feel how life showers you with blessings. Give thanks. All right, what does this say? There is a magic ingredient to traveling the path of awakening the feminine, gratitude. The philosopher Epicurus sang its praises and practiced remembering beautiful things as a spiritual exercise. We have forgotten that life is a permanent miracle, beginning with the miracle of our body. To honor one of the primordial laws of life, reciprocity, we can manifest our gratitude, thereby amplifying a positive outlook on our daily lives. When we apply this new perspective to our own lives, we re-enchant them. This card indicates that today is the perfect day to choose gratitude, to savor your relationships, life, and life's daily miracles. You may tend to always look for more or better or something different. The practice of gratitude rests on being able to embrace what presents itself while feeling joy that everything is already here. Try it. Your happiness is linked to what you experience in the moment, wherever you are. By celebrating life's generosity towards you, you reopen a virtuous circle in which you are showered with blessings. So to go back to what I was saying about my brother, there are so many things that I appreciate more now since he died. And like I can remember certain times that I spent with him, and I'm grateful for everyone. And they're not big deals. You know, one time we were just standing out in his garage and he was having a cigarette, and I remember him like telling me, when I die, I die. Like I remember this almost exactly. When I die, I die. Throw a big party or something. And I can see the look on his face and the cigarette hanging out of his mouth. Like it and we were just standing in his basement. That's it. I mean, in his garage. But you know, it's simple things. Like you have no idea what you're going to carry with you as a precious memory, or what might 2 months or a year or 5 years down the road turn into a precious memory. So instead of being where you are and your mind being somewhere else, worrying about the past or the future, or I hope there's parking at the supermarket because I got to go get butter. Instead of doing that, be where you're fucking at. Be there. Be alone. Be loved. Know that you're loved. Be forgiving and be independent. Be free. I want to pull a couple of these. I think it's funny that I got gratitude after I had talked about gratitude. Be grateful for what you do have. Obedience? Shut up. They're mocking me now. I think that's really funny. I was going to pick 3. So what's the other ones? That's an angel running a red light. Integrity. So be in your own integrity, okay? Being free doesn't mean we hurt others or we're reckless. The obedience one to me is to really contemplate that word. Who do you feel like you need to obey? It's your inner authority, the divine, what feels right for spirit. But you don't have to be obedient. Humor. You know, I gotta tell you something. My guides are kind of fucking funny. 'Cause they're like, yeah, we're being funny. Like obedience. Think about it. Maybe next time you feel like you're supposed to do something, just obedient. That's like a funny word. Just ask yourself, am I being obedient right now, or do I really want to go? Why am I making myself do something I don't want to do? But have integrity, right? Like if you don't feel like taking your kid to the doctor or something like that, you got to do it. That's the integrous thing to do. I feel like I want one more. Yeah, we're going to do one of these. And just remember, like if you were to die tomorrow, people would figure shit out without you. It's kind of like when you leave a job and you always want to think, oh, they're totally going to fall apart without me. And then they don't, you know, you're totally replaceable. Why is this earring's getting jacked up? I mean, you're irreplaceable, but you know, hopefully you understand what I'm saying. It's like all the things that I worry about, and I could just die tomorrow and people would be really sad, but like within days, people would start filling my place. That's just how the world works. This is all temporary. This is all temporary. Intuition, trust your intuition. Follow your inner guidance. It's hard to know what your intuition is saying if you are keeping yourself too busy, keeping yourself too obligated, if your mind is too concerned with figuring out what is the right thing to do, what does everybody else think I should do, it's hard to get to your intuition unless you're alone with it and out of your head. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste.